Hey everyone, I am back here today not to do a regular beach clean video. Unfortunately, it is supposed to thunderstorm in a bit. It's kind of one of those forecasts which you'll often find if you look up the forecast to go beach cleaning in the summer, where it says scattered thunderstorms all day. So it's one thing you don't want to do is be caught out in a thunderstorm while you're beach cleaning, especially with like a trash picker that's made of metal. So that's no good. But instead, today, I have a project that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and that is to make my own beach clean bag. Now, there's a lot of discussion and debate about like which bags are the best to use. And, in general, there's pros and cons to all different types of bags and situations. But I think in general, the basic guideline you can sort of follow is to just try to use the most reusable method possible. And so that's why I wanted to make my own bag. Usually I've been using lately these, what I would call sort of biodegradable bags. But the more I talk to people who are involved in environmental conservation and sustainability studies, they say that those aren't always as biodegradable or as green as they sort of purport and claim to be. So I think more and more what I want to do is sort of have bags that I don't throw in the trash when I'm cleaning, but also bags that I can then clean. So funny enough, I recently recorded a TEDx talk, which should be published soon. I guess I'll share that with you as soon as it's available. But they sent this beautiful banner as part of our recording process. I don't know if you can see it quite in this picture, but really nice banner. And I noticed right away, this is a really nice material. It's definitely some sort of plastic. I'm not sure exactly what type, and there's always various types of plastic materials. But my immediate reaction was I asked them, hey, do I have to send this back when I'm done, or can I sort of hold on to this? And they said very gracefully, or graciously rather, that I could absolutely keep this and do what I will with it. So I will make a beach clean trash bag out of it, because again, that was sort of my first idea, sort of looking at, well, what could I do with this? Yeah, I could hang it on the wall, but I could also make really good use of this as a beach cleaning vessel. So my idea is to sort of just tape this together and then add a bottom and a handle, and it should give us a pretty nice deep beach clean container, which I think, again, usually when I clean, I have one bag for just trash that isn't recyclable, that just goes into the dumpster, and then another bag for recyclables, bottles, cans that are still clean enough where you can recycle them. So I think this will be really nice for something like that. And I think, again, the plastic material is great because I should be able to clean this as well. You never know with different types of plastics how they degrade over time, but, I'm hopeful with just a hose or a rag or something like this, I'll be able to sanitize it after I clean. And again, it's big enough where, yeah, I could fit, probably a couple dozen cans in here or bottles in here, no problem. So I think that's what I want to do with it. All we need is our trusty friend, Mr. Duct Tape here, and our other trusty friend, Mr. Scissor here. And that should do the trick. Again, you don't want to waste more material than you have to, but if you're making something that's going to last a while, I mean, why the heck not, right? So I'm going to try to put this together on film. I'm not an expert at making beach clean bags, but like I say in my upcoming TED Talk that you'll see, you don't have to be an expert to figure this stuff out. Much of this, when people say, how do you know how to do all of this? I say, I just sort of learned how to do it by doing it. So you can learn from my trial and error, I suppose, because I have no idea how this is going to go. But my idea is to just sort of tape the side. Ideally, I thought about like putting a Frisbee here, if I had a big enough Frisbee as part of the bottom for some rigidity, maybe, but I didn't really have one, and I don't want to waste a perfectly good Frisbee, so I'll probably just tape that too and see how that goes, because duct tape's pretty resilient. And then I'll just do another layer on the inside of the bottom so it's not sticky, right? Because you don't want that, your plastic bottle sticking to the bottom, so it should work really well. I mean, I'm basing this on the fact that I saw a Mythbusters episode where they wasted an entire pallet of duct tape surviving on an island, a deserted island. And they also did a video where they made a boat out of a life raft or something out of duct tape. So it should be able to get the job done here, needless to say. So I'm going to give this a go. And I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens in terms of putting this together. I have no idea how this will go, but let's give it a shot and tape it away. Oh God, that was bad. I'm gonna speed it up now. All right. Well, this is let's call it our prototype for how to put a beach clean bag together, but I think this came out both better and far worse than I expected. Aesthetically, it's not perfect, but you know, few of us are. Um I did all of this out of just the duct tape. So I rolled a bunch into the handle here, which I might add a little bit more to just strengthen it. You can see I taped the inside too. It's not, again, the perfect shape. So that's one thing I would advise to keep in mind if you don't have a bottom to sort of make the exact shape that you want, like a Frisbee or something. Maybe give it a little more slack, make it a little looser, because otherwise you wind up having sort of this odd shape. But, you know, most importantly, it stands up on its own, which is great because you'll be able to put it down on the beach without it falling over. So I'm very excited about this, actually. I think this came out actually really, really well, all things considered. So yeah, that would really be my only advice of things that I would maybe do differently is maybe try to find, you know, another piece of plastic that's just lying around that I'm not using that you could use to reinforce the bottom, both in shape and, you know, just aesthetic in general. But otherwise, I think this will do a great job. You know, I'll be able to get, like I said, probably a couple dozen bottles in here or cans per beach clean. So yeah, I'll probably reinforce the bottom a little bit just so that there's no gaps. So I'll be able to clean it out, sanitize it too. But, and maybe put a little rim of duct tape along the bottom, like I started to do here, just to make it a little more aesthetically less psychotic looking. Which I already kind of look enough psychotic looking when I'm beach cleaning. So, you know, I mean, look at me. But yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much in a quick montage how to put a beach clean bag together. This took me all of about, without fast forwarding, maybe 20 minutes, really not that long. Again, I didn't have any other uses or plans for this material anyway, so I will definitely include this in future videos where we go out beach cleaning. And, you know, again, it's just another way of repurposing something that wasn't really doing anything rather than going out and buying more trash bags or something. That would obviously be the least useful way to do beach cleaning. So I will let you know in future videos how the test runs of this go, but I'm very hopeful and positive about how this will go. So if you have any ideas of or projects that you've done yourself with putting together beach clean bags or any advice or critiques on this one, I'd love to know. So please feel free to comment in the comments below. And if you subscribe, you'll get future updates to when I do take this out and do beach cleaning adventures and expeditions with this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Any ideas or projects that you have of your own. I'm always looking for new ideas and collaborations and that sort of stuff. So happy to hear what you have to say. But yeah, I would say project well done. Don't know if I would give this an A, but I'd give it an A in for effort. Certainly. So yeah, thanks again. Please like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff below. And hope to, as always, see you on the beach soon.